Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody. Eddie Soundhead back once again here with Soundhead Entertainment, getting ready to jump into the second annual Christmas Day Bash at Daytona. I am very excited and looking forward to this race here because it was such a fun time last year, and we don't have to wait very much longer because the cars are rolling off of pit lane. And I will give you a refresher if you can't remember for last year or maybe you weren't around yet. Qualifying order is set by average qualifying position over the course of the real-life 2018 season, and then all cars are set to a 100 rating, and it's an equal, fair fight in an 8-lap shootout here at Daytona. So let's remind you what happened last year. There was a massive wreck that thinned out the field early on in the race, and Michael McDowell took the little team that could, Levine Family Racing, to victory lane, and that's part of what makes this race so much fun, is that really anybody has a shot. Because it's a super speedway, it even amps it up even a little bit more. We're definitely going to see some exciting racing as they come to the line, and Kyle Busch leads them off to the first lap of the second annual Christmas Day Bash here at Daytona. Of course, we want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays here as we wind down on 2018. The cars head into the first corner here. Kyle Busch taking a commanding lead over the 2018 champion, Joey Logano, there on the outside. He falls back a couple of car lengths. Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch both pull up the block. That high lane there. You see we got Eric Jones on that inside, the first car on the inside line. He was able to win the Daytona race here in July earlier this season. And then you got Kevin Harvick, one of the most dominant cars of 2018, pushing him. And Martin Truex Jr. making a look to that inside for the lead here, and you definitely want to be on that bottom lane. That's one thing we learned last year. It looks like it's going to hold true once again this year, as they are already getting 3 wide deep into this field. And Martin Truex Jr. actually gets shuffled up as Eric Jones looks at that inside lane. He's going to try to get the lead here, going into lap 2 already. Now the laps tick off pretty fast, so you want to make your moves and make it early and make sure you stay there, as it's now Eric Jones being pushed by Kevin Harvick, and the 88 of Alex Bowman, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s replacement. They go up to the high side to block Eric Jones. Look at them fly by. They're going so fast. Just look at the speed and just how deep they are. But it looks like Kevin Harvick is actually going to get that inside lane from Eric Jones, and he's going to try and make the pass here going into turn 3 and 4. And he looks like he'll get it done. Clint Bowyer falling into second place there, trying to get it on the inside. Of course, he went for that tumble last year in the big wreck that took place early in that race. He's going to try and take the lead now from Kevin Harvick. I think he might have led it there at the line as well. So now Clint Bowyer makes it to the lead here. He would be very happy to get that victory, especially after what happened to him last year. Like we said, had that terrible tumble down there in the corner, and he's being pushed right there by Paul Menard in the 21. Of course, he took that ride over from Ryan Blaney when Blaney moved over to Team Penske this year. Just want to hear that flyby. It's so awesome. Perfect stuff, but Bowyer moves up high. I don't think that's where you want to be. You really want to be on that inside, and that is where Paul Menard is, and he's going to take that lead now. And look who's come in behind him. That is Jimmy Johnson, flying those Lowe's colors. Of course, Lowe's signed off for the final time at Homestead, but they're back for one more ride here in the Christmas Day Bash as he gets his new sponsor. The first one since his Cup career began. His first new sponsor will be Ally Bank next season, so that's one of the big headlines as we go into 2019. But Paul Menard, he has taken the lead with a commanding lead over the outside lanes, and they're about 5 in a row there on that inside over the outside lanes, and they're actually going to move up, and then they start to shuffle. I believe that's David Reagan there in that 38 car on the inside. He's getting pushed by Casey Kane, who made his final start at Darlington this year after some unfortunate health issues. Brought a bit of an early end to his career, but it was a very successful career, and we wish Casey Kane the best, of course, in everything he does in the future. And could he possibly take a look at the lead here in that beautiful throwback car from his Evernham days? It looks like he's going to get taken 3 wide, though, and that is Corey LaJoie in the 72. That's going to make it look for the lead there on the inside, getting pushed by the 23 of Gray Galding, it looks like, as well. So that is a pretty interesting top 2 right there. And look who's in third. Last year's winner, of course, driving for Front Row Motorsports this year in the 34. Same sponsor, just a different team. And he has made his way up there as well. He's going to be running that inside line, which I think is where you want to be. That's what we've seen every time they've come here to Daytona. especially in our Christmas Day Bash. That is the preferred lane, although Corey LaJoie managed to make it stick on that inside, and he kind of left Gray Gelding out there to hang. Tough break. Oh, we got a spin! We got trouble on the stretch here, and it's Chase Elliott, as well as it looks like that might have been Jamie McMurray on the other side. Yes, it was. A two-car spin. Let's go ahead and check out the replay here and see what happened. It looks like he just got hooked by Ryan Blaney. I'm not sure what happened behind them, though, to the one car. It looks like that might have been two separate accidents taking place at one time. Let's check it out here from the high angle. Sure enough, it was. At the same time the 9 car was getting hit by the 12, it looks like the 1 and the 24 made some contact. Two completely separate incidents taking place right at the same time. You don't see that every day. And watch the 9 car. This is going to be real close between the 18 and the 9. Oh, they did touch just a little bit there. Looks like Kyle Busch might be able to continue, though. Tough break, however, for Chase Elliott, as we're going to ride on board with him here. Just got turned coming off of the 4th corner here at Daytona. They call it Calamity Corner for a reason. And he's going to get spun around. That's going to be trouble for him. That will likely take away his shot at winning. Let's ride inside the visor cam with Jamie McMurray as he gets turned as well. Alex Bowman makes his way by without much incident, but a tough break for those guys as we head back to the lead there. You see a couple of them having some trouble there in the back, trying to get back on the track there. Chris Buescher has moved to the point, though. Behind him in that 6 car, Matt Kenseth. Of course, last year we thought he had made his final start. Decided to do select races with Roush's old team and shared that seat with Trevor Bayne, who also might have made his last start in the Cup Series this year. So it'd be interesting to see. We got some contact there, and we've got another crash. That is Paul Menard and Daniel Suarez up into the wall. Oh, and Joey Logano takes a hard hit and takes Kevin Harvick with him into that outside wall. Some big names collected in this one right here, and a tough break for the 2018 champion. Has a ton of damage. Let's look at that replay. Looks like Denny Hamlin and Daniel Suarez come together there. Those are teammates pushing Paul Menard into the wall, Daniel Suarez. And looks like Denny Hamlin, in an effort to regain control, came back up into Joey, and he's going to take a wicked hit right there into that outside wall head on and comes across the nose of Kevin Harvick in the process, collecting him in this accident as well. So a tough break for some big names right there. Didn't even take us a lap to have another accident. We're going to ride on board with the 2018 champion, Joey Logano, as he tries to get through this, but just could not do it and takes a hard head-on hit into that outside wall. That is a tough one to sit on board for. Let's look out the back of Jimmy Johnson's car here. He gets banged around a little bit, but he actually makes it through and is able to continue without losing too much ground there, and all kinds of trouble behind him. Back up here at the front, Matt Kenseth pushed to the outside as Ty Dillon in that 13 for Germain Racing moves to the lead, being pushed by Brad Keselowski in the 2 and Bubba Wallace in the 43. That 4th car on the inside there is AJ Allmendinger in the 47. Of course, no racing plans in 2019. However, he has signed an NBC TV deal, leading some people to believe he might be featured on some IMSA broadcasts here in the new year. That'd be really interesting to see, so we would like to wish him good luck in his new career, as they got some guys scraping up against the walls here. And Matt Kenseth's in the wall, man. All kinds of mess there. Looked like they were trying to get by the lap car of Jamie McMurray, and it threw them all out of whack, as they're going to be coming to the white flag here, as the pack has become an unorganized mess. And they're going to be 3 wide coming to the white flag here. Ty Dillon gets moved to the outside, and Kyle Larson moves to the lead. He is being pushed by Matt DiBenedetto and Landon Castle in the 00 for Starcom Racing. And he's being pushed by Ricky Stenhouse, and Gray Gelding is rounding out your top 5 right now. About half a lap to go here in the 2nd annual Christmas Day Bash. Could Kyle Larson hang on to it? Matt DiBenedetto takes a look to the inside. Will he get there? He will. And that is a big move there as we come into 3 and 4 for the final time. DiBenedetto being pushed by Landon Castle. Could this be it? Oh, DiBenedetto moves to the high side. That's going to open up the door for Landon Castle. I tell you what, this is going to be a drag race to the finish there, side by side. I don't have a clue who just won that. I have to wait for the scoring to update. Matt DiBenedetto wins it by 0.00, uncalculatable by the ticker. It was that close. Matt DiBenedetto winning in unbelievable fashion in an incredible photo finish. We are going to have to look at the replays to see that one again. Check it out here in slow motion as they come to the line. Man, it is so close, it's nearly impossible to tell just with your eye. We're going to check out a couple of different angles as the checkered flag waves, they come side by side. And I tell you what, Landon Castle had a run going there. If he had had another 50 feet, he might have had something there, man. DiBenedetto with no help on that outside. This will be the angle right here to tell for sure. And there you have it. Matt DiBenedetto wins in incredible fashion by a nose here at Daytona. What a heartbreaker for Castle. But there is your winner, Matt DiBenedetto, for the number 32 of Go Fast Racing, his final race in the 32 before he moves to the 95, and Levine Family Racing for the 2019 season. What a way for him to cap it off with Go Fast to get the victory of the Christmas Day Bash. And that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you enjoyed the second Christmas Day Bash. That was a lot of fun to watch and commentate. Probably the best race we've had thus far, and hopefully you guys will tune in for next year. Will be even better. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see you all in the next one.